Although, but he was trying to save the world, though. So if he didn't do it, wouldn't the world that existed not exist?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like...
But at least he would die and not know that he was responsible.
Right.
I know. We've been getting tons of questions. Thanks, guys. Keep those coming. And a lot of them don't blow.
It's true.
I mean, a lot of them are really good.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not only don't
we've
blow.
learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah. All right, what do we got?
Hello, guys. Just writing in because my work computer has banned Google and other time-wasting sites in our office. So I need you to Google for me. I actually have heard of that before. Like, you can't go on Facebook at work or something, like, because they know that people will, like, waste their time when they're
I've heard the
to be doing
Facebook
a job.
one, but Google?
Who knows? Maybe this guy works at, like, a very busy place.
Yeah, well, they already know
when you
everything.
don't need Google. All right. So he says, I recently watched The Matrix for the first time with my son. What an amazing film. I have to admit, though, it's lingering with me. The way everyone behaves in our office building is so eerily similar in a creepy way to me this past week. So my question is, how do I know I'm not living in the Matrix? Damn.
Whoa. Deep question. You think Google's gonna... he's asking some deep stuff for us in Google right now.
That's true. That's true.
That
is a great film, though.
Like it.
I'm glad that you finally came around to it. It does. I think it holds up. I recently rewatched The Matrix, and I was like, this is still a good movie.
Oh, absolutely. When I first saw that, it was mind-blowing.
Truly.
When was that? 1999?
I think you nailed it.
I think it was 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to see it in the theater.
Yeah, I must have been like 13 or 14 or something.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the perfect age to, like, just love the action and kind of understand the story, but still be, like, mind-blown, and then have somebody explain it to me afterwards, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's even better than I thought. Like, it was, like, a crazy movie.
And a game changer for CGI and cinematography and action movies. They're still doing all those tricks.
Yeah,
that were pioneered by the Wachowski brothers.
Created back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh, yeah. All right, so wait, so how does he know he's not in a simulation?
Yeah. Well, there you go. This has been, I feel like, in the news a lot lately over the past couple of years because scientists and things are, speculating with multiple dimensions, and
some people think we are in a simulation.
They think we are it's kind of, you can't rule it out that a certain civilization could have created us. Why?
I feel like you can rule it out.
How?
Because we're on Earth, right? Like what? So Earth isn't real either.
Well, but everything that we take, I think the point of it is that everything that we take in is all perceived by our brain. And we have 5 rudimentary senses. Our eyes can't see all of the light. Our nose can't smell all of the smells. Our taste can't taste all of the tastes. And our touch can only touch physical things. I can't grab radio waves or TV waves. But we believe in radio waves and TV waves. It's like your brain is processing the data around you and creating your reality. And so in that sense, you don't know who created this reality that your brain is perceiving. Crazy. I'm already getting tangled up in my head.
That's interesting. I never thought of that. Kind of like the Truman Show almost. Remember that movie?
Yeah, yeah.
So remember, like, he's in this, fake environment, and then eventually he goes to where, he's going to explore, and he hits a wall.
Gets to the edge.
So in this example is space not real, and we go to space and we hit a wall sort of thing?
I think that's the idea. Like, we're under the impression that our universe is endless, and we live on this one little speck in it. When in actuality, it might be all just created for us. And that, we haven't hit the wall yet.
Oh, gotcha. So
We have
So
enough
the
to
wall's
explore
out there, yeah.
in here, but eventually we are.
You know what? That would actually make a lot of sense because we can't get to like
We
very
can't
far.
even get to Mars yet.
Yeah.
And the next nearest.
Damn. So
the next nearest star is. I don't know. Very, 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 very far away.
So like somewhere between, and I don't even know if this is the theory that they're saying, but somewhere because we've been to the moon.
Yeah.
I think we've been to the moon.
We've definitely been to the moon.
But beyond that, like, you know, even 100,000 times the distance between Earth to the moon, past the moon, there is like a wall somewhere that's just like showing stars,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, well, there you go. But no, I would even push it further and say that, like, the entire known universe is still within.
Oh, so you're saying what we believe exists does exist, but even all that is in a...
Yeah, yeah.
Holy
so it's
shit.
like, try your best to sail to the end. We can't even get to Mars. You know, it's funny, good comedian Dan Soder talked about our space travel capabilities and, like, people getting excited about our, you know, space traveling prowess because we've been to the moon and we're sending satellites. It's like, going to the moon is the equivalent of driving to the end of your driveway and smacking the mailbox and coming back. We haven't gone
good
anywhere.
Good point.
But we're like, we're getting there, man.
But also we had never been to that mailbox before.
That's true. No, and it was an incredible scientific feat.
Oh, incredible. But, and so long ago with such little
Yeah.
technology. Like, it's a effing miracle.
Yeah.
I don't know why I bleeped myself.
So now it's Elon Musk's job to take us to Mars. He's taking it upon
yeah.
himself.
Dude, Elon is something else. Crazy.
It sounds like we're going to have him pop up here in various topics on the show, because I feel like we did talk about him
Did
a
we?
week
Yeah,
ago
we
or
must have.
something. He's an endlessly interesting fellow, so.
He is. He's got a lot going on.
But yeah, so let's look
All
at...
right, what do we got? So
let's
are we
Google,
living
like,
on
do we live in a simulation? Let's get back to this Matrix thing.
All right. Do we live in the Matrix? All right, what do we got here?
Tests could reveal whether we are part of a giant computer simulation. But the real question is if we want to know. Hey, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's kind of just like what it was in the Matrix. He was like, this is going to be tough. Do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill?
That's true. You can
The blue
forget
pill,
about
you'll
all
wake
this.
up in your bed. You'll believe whatever you want to believe. The
Yeah.
red pill.
It is. I mean, that was such a good scene because it is. It's like, I don't know. I might choose to just go back.
Yeah.
You know, like
No,
it's tough.
true.
like I guess well, I don't know. I was gonna say the noble thing is to stay and know it and try to, you know. But he was trying to save the world though. So if he didn't do it, wouldn't the world that existed not exist?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like...
But at least he would die and not know that he was responsible.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like he would go back and they imply that he's just going to live a long, happy life and then die of old age. But in reality, he might just go back and then it all just dies. Right.
Right. Yeah. Because eventually those robots were going to run out. But it is true though. Like, think about this. If you were told convincingly that the world you're living in is completely created by software and your actual body is in a pod and they're using your body for its internal electricity BTUs, would you be able to continue living your life knowing that it was completely fake? Or would that nag at you and you'd be like, but I gotta get out of my pod?
But I thought they would clear his memory in this scenario.
Oh, that's true.
I think they're like, you wouldn't know any of this.
Yeah, that's
you just
true.
go back to... I think that's what it was.
No, it definitely
I'll
was.
have to go back and rewatch it,
It
but-
definitely was. I guess I was just asking you that.
Oh,
personally.
yeah. Oh, could I?
Could you reconcile living your life knowing
No.
that this was all a simulation?
No, you couldn't go back to living normal life.
It's got to be so weird. Like, that's a true mind fuck. You know, people like to throw that term around, but it's like, that's a situation where you'd be like, I'm going to have a fucking nervous breakdown because nothing makes sense anymore.
Oh, exactly. I mean, yeah, nothing would, you would stop eating. You'd be like, well, food doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Is my girlfriend my girlfriend? Like,
yeah, she's not real.
I guess Rick and Morty is tackling these kind of things, saying like, it doesn't matter if there's other versions of reality. Enjoy the one you're in. Unless it sucks. Don't try to get out of it.
I know. When I was gonna just talk about an episode of Rick and Morty, but
hey,
I could
people love Rick and Morty. I'm sure.
Oh, Rick and
sure they know.
It's the best show. But all right, what are we
all right, so
here?
We're looking up reasons if we live in the Matrix or not. Scroll down. Let's see. I feel like something might have popped out here. A little further, I think.
Let's see. Learning the truth.
There was
Matrix revealed.
All right, let's skip that one. Let's type in reasons we might live in a simulation.
All
right. Oh, and look at this.
Boom.
They actually cite the Matrix. Are we, like Neo, living in a Matrix-like computer simulation of reality created by more advanced, possibly post-human beings? Yeah, because a lot of people think that the AI that we're on the verge of creating could be the kind of thing that we are already, and we just don't know it. Like,
I mean, I have to, I think of myself as a relatively intelligent guy who isn't good at reading or spelling, but you see me misspell a lot.
Those don't reflect intelligence.
But I mean, I have to admit, I can't really wrap my head around it.
That's the biggest problem.
I don't really understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I definitely don't either, but I love exploring it. Because the same way that people believe in God, man. It's like, it's true. If you could believe God created this, why can't you believe a being named Joe created this? Could just be Joe.
Could be Joe. But that's part of the I feel like the fact that there's no explanation for like the Big Bang and how all this started.
Yeah.
Maybe does spearhead a lot of this stuff because they're like
something happened.
Yeah, like this world, the world we're living in cannot be explained away. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like that may be a hint of, so let's look for some other possibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But like...
Well, yeah, we're endlessly trying to figure out our source code. We want to know where we came from. And we're so smart now, and we've developed, between physics and mathematics, we've developed so much understanding of the inner workings of our actual, real, tangible universe that we can't stop. We're like, but where does it all start? How does it all come together? Why are we here?
No, it's true. There's such a...
People are listening right now. We're talking to each other, but none of us have any fucking idea why we're on this rock hurtling through space at hundreds of thousands of miles an hour.
It's true. That's religion in a whole, too, is the why part.
Yeah.
Which is such an integral... Like, we refuse to just ignore the why. Which is interesting. It's like a human trait. Well, at least the trait that was given to us in this simulation that we're currently in.
Yeah, yeah.
But one part of the simulation that I think does make sense is the ability of math to explain a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like a lot of things that
have
we are existing can be explained with math. And if that's the case... You could argue that it's because it was all coded by somebody.
Grand design, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why is this? Because this math equation, it's like, well, that shouldn't work.
Think about it like this, too. Like, so, nowadays video games are getting incredibly advanced. So let's just say the next iteration of Grand Theft Auto for PS5. There's lots of, I think the kids call them NPCs, non-playable characters. Mm-hmm. If you could apply AI, which we are developing and are going to be able to do, to a non-playable character in Grand Theft Auto, could that character believe he's alive in that world, just like we do? And could he ever find out that he's in a video game and he was created
Interesting. I never thought about
by
that.
the people over at, I don't know which studio creates that game, but you get my point. They would essentially be the gods of that non-playable character who's there to go, hey, get in here. You gotta get some guns and go chase the cops.
Yeah, wow. And we're all just waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So not just Earth, but our entire universe could be a video game.
Created by something else.
Created by something that created, something so powerful that created 100,000 of these things. Because that's a theory too. Is the
every
multiple universe
thing
theory.
Everything that could ever happen has and is happening.
Again,
it makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
But the math proves these theories. That's the only thing that ties it together.
And that
it's like
doesn't make
according
sense.
to these equations, it means not only is Earth and me and you happening, but every possible thing that could ever happen is also happening.
I do not pay attention in math class enough to know.
People are driving right now. Pull over before you just like freak out and drive into a wall.
Yeah, it's like nothing fucking matters anymore, man.
Well, yeah. So I do believe that it is a thing that there's no way, or seemingly, who knows, but it feels like there's no way we can ever know.
No, and I mean, as far as I feel like you don't want to be on the wrong side of that, you know? It's all just a simulation, so I don't have to give a shit about anything. No. You know, it's like, let's all just pretend that that's not real, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean like, ignorance is bliss, but maybe I am saying that.
I wouldn't want to apply a nihilistic or anarchic philosophy to it, because that's bad. Like, whether this world is a simulation created by a video game developer, you should still be good in it. Because clearly there's ramifications.
Yeah, let's win the game still,
Let's win the game.
Yeah, it's a good
That's
point.
a really good...
Yeah. And let's not just blow up the game and see what happens, because...
And let's be honest, the game is really great. There's a lot of good things happening in this game. I don't need to get out of it.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
I get to have sex. I get to smoke weed. I get to watch amazing movies and listen to incredible music. Yeah. This is a good game.
And then start over.
Yeah.
Sex, weed, movies, games. Sex, weed, movies, games. I mean, that's basically a beautiful life.
But I will say, tangentially, another interesting thing that's going to be happening in this world because of... Well, not because of... There's multiple people working on this, but have you heard of... one of Elon Musk's endeavors is like they're developing this thing called a Neuralink. So it's like they're going to drill...
I have heard that. I heard him talking about it on Joe Rogan, I think.
Oh, yeah. So like basically you're going to drill like a 1/2 inch wide hole in your skull, and they're going to replace that skull with that little hole with a plug that is meant to connect to all of the neurons in your brain.
Crazy.
And
seemingly like a computer chip that connects to the internet, right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like upgrading your brain, and like with this interface, they'll be able to map errors in your brain. So like people who've had strokes and can't speak or walk anymore.
Wow.
That thing could fix it. I don't know about this stuff. I just know this is what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but that's what they're saying. A blind person
can see again.
That's incredible. And we don't even know that much about the brain.
Paralyzed but like haven't lost their limbs will be able to potentially walk again and stuff.
That is unbelievable.
But the ramifications go way further. Like they think, or Elon thinks that people will be able to telepathically speak, that we'll have access to way more knowledge on command. Our memories will be video crisp. Like you can literally go back in your memory and like watch what your eyeballs saw on that day in 1999. We could go watch The Matrix for the first time again with our younger selves.
Whoa, that'd be awesome.
But also so crazy. What is going on?
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take a stance and be very anti this, and I'll tell you why. For one major reason. If you can Google just by thinking, we don't have a podcast. There's no reason.
We have a horse in this race, people.
Yeah, there's no reason for somebody to send their questions. I don't think you should do that. You'll be able to get Google too quick, and
what
are we going to do? You guys aren't thinking about us. Elon's not thinking about us. Jesus, how are we supposed to make a cash money?
All right, so I guess the ultimate point is there's almost no way to know you're in a matrix or not, but do the best you can inside the matrix if it is.
Yeah, you're not. And if you are, pretend you're not. Like, don't worry about it. Live this game. Be good at this game, even if you're in a game.
Yeah.
We got deep in this one.
Be like Joe Pantoliano in The Matrix, where he's in there eating the steak and he's like, I know that it's the Matrix telling me that this steak is delicious and juicy and rare, and I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I've learned? Ignorance is bliss. And yeah. Anyway, thanks for the question.
That one got deep.
That one did get deep.